We use Adamson speakers on all stages for many years now. I can't remember we didn't have the difference from the regular PA systems we had before was huge.
I first was introduced to it when I was mixing Mary J. and Lionel Richie, but it was on like some one-offs. I just happened to have an Adamson PA there. I'm like, yo, this is incredible. Now that I totally understand all the little sweet spots in the nuances of the PA, the clarity is impeccable. I love how clear it is.
It is by far the best bass guitar you will ever hear come out of those cabinets. I mean, it's natural, punchy, all the good words.
It sounds natural. It sounds the way music should sound.
The Adamson world is pretty impressive right now. I used the E15 last year several times in France. I'd chosen to use it on this Ray tour.
We're world famous in Belgium for festivals. Every weekend we're somewhere else and using Adamson PA. You have to experience it to know what it is.
You can enjoy what you see if you can enjoy what you hear. And I mean, with Adamson, I was like really happy to see. I remember when we did the first demo, we do all together the light, the video, and the sound. And I was like, wow. Because the full experience was perfect, and that it was because the sound was amazing.
It's probably the closest PA I've heard to hi-fi. Other PAs, and halfway through already you can hear so much distortion. It's very, very good.
Adamson for me is always kind of like defined, right, out of the box. You guys put all this effort into everything, from the science down to the actual cabinetry.
First show, Riot Fest Chicago, on the Adamson rig. Rig is very smooth, and even in the wind, I think the PA cut through it a lot better than most, to be honest.
I'm a fan, huge fan. The Adamson PA will capture every single thing that you're throwing at it and output it that way, exactly. No hesitation. And that's what I love about mixing drums on that rig. So, and the PA was wet, and it was soaking wet, and it still worked great.
In Paris, the promoter told me it's the best sound he heard ever. He was amazed.
We had a listen test with the Adamson system. We walked in and it was like, just wrap it and leave it. Just leave it there, don't take it home, just leave it there, it's okay.
Good system is a good system, and you can name 4 or 5 brands which are all good. This just came out on top clearly for us.
Again and again it came back to, whoa, that set with that band, that was the best. And again, that was Adamson.
Actually remembered, I was walking in, the system was on, and was like, wow, this is the sound which I really want for the Paradiso. It was a sound fitting in the church. It was warm, it was like the moment that you can like, ooh, it had a wow factor.
With Adamson, it seems like it's consistently flat, you know, on the frequency response, you know. That's what you want. That's an ideal system. You want the system to produce 120 at the front, 120 at the back. That's what you want. If you have that, it's perfect. It's the best speakers in the world.
Just really blew my mind. It's a killer box. It's powerful, you know, and that's what I remember most about it, I guess.
Que c'est le meilleur système du monde.
I had an awesome time on the Adamson. Incredible. Low end, like my pant legs were just going on certain tracks, and I was like, okay, I just want to turn it up, but I was, you know, so mindful of the audience that I didn't want to really kill them, you know, but I had an awesome time with that, so it was good tonight.
It's a box that was designed so well. If it's handled and set up properly, it just makes you look like such a superhero.
I think the E15 is pretty much the best line array I've ever used. The SPL is amazing, the clarity, the punch, the horizontal coverage is amazing, the vertical coverage is amazing.
Adamson was one of my absolute favorites. We use it with John Legend, I used it for Chris Brown, I've used it for Justin Bieber, and it's always performed incredible. If it's not one of your top 2 PAs, then you probably need to reconsider what you're mixing on.
I mean, it sounds fantastic. It rigs easy. It's easy to load in out of the truck. I mean, it's everything about it is easy, logistics-wise, and the sound is wonderful. So, yeah, I don't know how you can go wrong with that.
No, I don't say this lightly. I said it to Brock yesterday. I think it's the best PA I've used so far, you know, in my career.
When they say, what do you want to use? I want to use that. There it is. I'll put it number 1. Like, once again, it is what I always wanted to tour with. I was given the opportunity to tour with it. I couldn't let it go by. So it was my first choice.
It is amazing to go halfway around the world and then you show up and you're like, oh, I drove by that going to my friend's cottage when I was 14 years old. And that's what people on the other side of the world choose as the best. It's not a German or an English company, it's a Canadian one.